Bonita and I am the artist and creator of Teacup Girl. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am filming a studio vlog intro right now because I filmed a lot of footage in the studio and I didn't do proper intro or outro for it. So here I am, I'm just going to sit down and introduce the video to you. Now the footage is a little old. It was filmed back before I started to get really bad asthma. I got stuck on the couch for 2 weeks on doctor's orders. She was like, you're not allowed to do anything for 2 weeks except watch Netflix. And I went, really? Because I have a lot of work to do. And she's like, really? And I'm like, okay, fine. So yes, that footage is from before then. As I said, it's a bit older. I think it's like end of May, beginning of June or mid-June. And it's August now. So, yay me. Once again, I've filmed stuff and I just haven't had the time to edit it. But I guess you know that that's good because that means I'm super busy in the studio working on all the stuff I have to do. So I guess it's a good thing. Anyway, let's get into the video. Grab a snack, grab a cup of tea, grab some water, stay hydrated, and let's do this because it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So I have, I don't know if you can see in the corner here, a massive stack of tote bags that I need to move so that I can set that up to grade. I made a massive order of all the gift boxes because we have a lot of brochures to make and send out, and obviously I needed the boxes to box them up with. And I'm a little bit nervous because basically between the time when I last ordered gift boxes and this time that I made the order, which was early this year, I think in like February or something like that, so they've been a long time coming. They've taken a long time to get here. The person that I was working with, so the contact who was at the company, left. And when she left, they lost my files. They lost all my files. Yay. So I had to go back and dig through all of mine, and thankfully, a long time ago, I'd pestered them to send me the manufacturing template. This is a paper product, and they print it, cut it out, and construct it. And they had a manufacturing template. And the reason I pestered them to send this to me was because I needed to make sure that the printing was working out, because we'd gone backwards and forwards a couple of times, and somehow in the process of transferring my file, my digital file to be printed, to the manufacturing templates, things were getting lost and moved around, and then the print job was not turning out the way it should. We were having fonts losing their weight, so they were getting thinner lines on them. Pieces were actually moving out of place, they're getting misprinted, and I was just like, you know what guys, this is just going to be so much easier if I can do this part myself. They kind of didn't want to. I think they were worried that I would take that template to another manufacturer and go, here you go, here's a template, please print this for me, or something like that, or maybe that I'd try to make it myself. Well, I'm not taking it to another manufacturer because I liked the manufacturer I was with, and besides the issue with the files getting a bit messed up, the print quality and the end results were really fantastic if we could get it there. So I'm not changing manufacturer, not taking it to somebody else, definitely not trying to do it myself. No way. So they gave me the file, I fixed it all up, we were hunky-dory and dandy, and it was great. But like I said, my contact left, and when she left, they lost all my files, and I'm like, I honestly don't understand how that sort of thing happens. You'd think it'd be pretty important to keep track of client files, but anyway, it was a thing. So thankfully, I'd actually gotten a hold of those manufacturing templates. I was able to kind of make sure that everything was perfect again and resend it off. I did a few small tweaks because I'm a perfectionist and I can't leave it alone. I have to keep fixing it. And I really hope that the new boxes turn out well, because this is the first time that I've seen them since all of that happened. So I've got to check those out as well. And because I have so much to do, why don't we just get to it? Okay, this is one of the 12 boxes that I just received, and it's time to crack this baby open and have a
looking good so far. Initial glance. Not bad, not bad. Ooh. Okay. So, right, let's pull one out. Okay, so this is I just grabbed one of my old ones. This is like my control just to, oh, I like it. Yes, yes. This looks good. I am very happy. Yes, beautiful. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I'm so happy. These have turned out beautifully. So there is slight, very, very minor changes to the printing that I asked for. This is the new one, this is the old one, and I'll just try to show you a closer. It might be a little bit tricky to pick up, but the font weight on this is a lot finer. I made it a lot heavier so that it had more contrast and could stand out better. This, again, is a finer weight of the print line and down here as well. So I basically just increased the contrast by making the line weights heavier on the front pieces there. I think I also might have changed some of the flowers around a little bit, but you can't, like, I moved this flower down. Tiny little tweaks like that that don't actually really matter. You can't really see very well. But the main thing is the fact that I've increased, so here, I increased that. So this one's very fine. So that was just the thing that I had noticed as time went on and as my design eye has improved. I wanted this to look subtle when I designed it, but I made it too fine. And so then coming back, I'm like, okay, the contrast on this is not actually high enough. You can't really see the brand very easily, whereas that I feel is much more polished and complete. And so that's why I just had to come back and do it. And like I said, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I can't just leave it alone. I fiddled with a couple of the spaces on the patterns and just move things around and just spend a lot of time fiddling to make it more perfect, because why not? But yes, I'm so thrilled that these gift boxes turned out beautifully. So we've got, you know, your drawer pull with the ribbon and the foam insert that we can pin the brooch to. I am going to now go into the other half of my studio. I'm going to grab all the tote bags that are there. I'm going to move them in here because I think I want to sit and grade some of them for now. And I'm going to do that on my couch here.
So this is the giant stack of tote bags that I have to grade. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm literally going to go through all these. I'm going to count them. I'm just going to check to make sure that there are no manufacturing flaws. I'm not going to clean them up because I don't have time to sit here and vacuum each bag and pick up every speck of dust, which is what I would do before I send it out to my customers. But I just need to count them and check that there are no major flaws with them. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully I can do that quickly. I think this is going to be a multi-day job though, so I'll get on with some of it today, but I'm not going to finish all of it because I don't have time to do all of it. That's okay. Let's at least get started.
We're gonna see how that goes. We're just on a hunt for materials today. I need to pick up a bunch of things right now. So, what is this hair? Okay, I don't want to waste too much time. I need to get socks on. I have these super cozy socks, but I feel like they're like low-key fitting for cozy season. It's not even that cold today. But I wanted to say I need to get running because I only have like an hour before things close. So yeah, but look at my socks. They have a little
weighted mushroom munchie bags. And I'm excited. They're so cute. These are so perfect. I'm really happy with the quality of the bags so far. I think they're coming out really well. There are a couple that have like, you see this black marking. This is because they're natural unbleached canvas. So they have a few inclusions into the beige. There are some darker spots in them and markings, but I expected that. The company told me that that would happen, and there's only a few on them. So yeah, I'm really overall very happy with how these look. I like the natural canvas, even with the inclusion. I much prefer it over a bleached white because one, white gets incredibly grubby so quickly, which you don't want for a tote bag. You want it to like look nice for as long as possible. And also I just feel like this is sturdier and more hard wearing, and it's not going to show stains and things like that as much. So yes, unbleached natural canvas all the way. And I just realised that somehow I managed to miss some of these when I tied it up, so let me retie that.
Welcome to the voiceover part of this video. After I had finished doing work on the tote bags, it was time for me to sit down at my desk and finish off some of these dandelions. Oh my goodness, I have over 250 of these pieces to make. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Anyway, what I'm doing to finish them off right now is I'm gluing on the crystal puff, which is the last phase of finishing these pieces, and I'm using E6000 glue to do that with. It's a jeweler's grade glue, so it's really awesome and it works really great, but oh boy is it ever messy. It works a little bit in terms of how it acts. Think hot glue. So very stringy and super messy. It's always getting all over my fingers, my workplace, my tools, my pieces, and you have to pick at it and clean it off. It's a little bit of a pain, not gonna lie, but can't argue with these results. I mean, look how cute that is. I'm still really enjoying the dandelions, even though I have so many of them to do. And as I sit here, I thought I'd talk a little bit more and update with the studio situation with you guys. So as you might recall from my last studio vlog, I was talking about feeling really nervous about hiring staff because I was worried that I would not have everything in place that needed to happen. Mainly with the documentation, like having a legal contract that is actually going to work. And oh my goodness, what taxes do I need to pay? That sort of thing. So yeah, I was having a bit of a freak out about that and I was feeling really nervous. But my wonderful husband did a Google search and said, hey, why don't you check out these HR people that are local to you and give them a call or an email and ask them for help. And I was like, you know what, that's a really great idea. It's their entire job. Like, they're supposed to help you find people and employ them, so they know all about that process. So I sent them an email and they came back with some really helpful information. They helped me sort out my contract. They helped me figure out what sort of like workers insurance I needed and like what sort of tax things I needed to worry about, super, all that jazz. They gave me the sort of documentation that you need to help onboard a staff person to your team. So I was so happy, and honestly I'm so much more excited now, and I'm feeling way more comfortable with a lot of peace of mind now to bring somebody on, because I know that these HR people know what they're doing. This is their job. And yeah, I have to pay them. That's okay. I pay them for their hours, and that's a good thing. And I'm just really happy that they've been able to help me do this, because it's been a really big deal, and knowing that it's sorted out means so much to me. So that's the update. I found an HR company to help me, and honestly, if you are a small business looking to hire a staff person for the first time, I can really recommend this as the best way to go. Find somebody who's local to you so they know all the laws and things that you need to worry about that's specific to your area, and then do give them a call or flick them an email. They'll be happy to help you out, and it's really the best way for peace of mind. I feel great about it. then I can use those surfaces to prepare the pieces so that I can plate them up. And that basically is just a process where I put all the pieces needed to make one dandelion brooch in this tray, and I'm going to do that right now. I have boxes and boxes of acrylic kind of spread out, so I'm going to try and just sort this area out and get that ready so I can plate and then I can glue. So you're going to get some footage of me doing that. Let's go. And this is what we're working with. A tray of dandelion parts. Woohoo! Let's do more.
We were riding down the hill. Summer breeze came from the sea. While I believe in you.
What is the day? What day is it? I think it's telling that I don't actually know what day it is. It's the 23rd. Alrighty, so it is Wednesday the 23rd. Today I thought I would do some packing. I have actually been working on my studio. I just haven't been filming anything because sometimes, you know, you've just got to get on with it and you don't have time to set up cameras and talk to them and blah 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 blah. Anyway, I'm going to take a break from what I was doing, which was gluing dandelions, and now I'm actually going to package some dandelions and pack some orders. First order packing I am doing. Yay! I need to put the coffee down for this round of applause because I am so excited to finally send out the first dandelions from our massive fundraising campaign. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is huge. So I have to clean all of that up. That's the mess that I made yesterday. I need to clean that all up again and clear these desks so I can now actually box stuff and pack it. I need to polish the dandelions and I just make sure that they are dust free, glue residue free, whatever free. They have to be shiny, pretty and perfect. So I do that first and then I'll pack them into one of the gift boxes. A small piece of bubble wrap on top to make sure that they ship safely and don't rattle around in the box and arrive broken, because that's happened before. Very bad, not good at all. After I've done all of that, then I can finally pull up the list of customer names and start filling the actual orders, like start packing the actual orders in their boxes. Hooray!
Don't stop.
In case you can't tell, I'm super excited about it. I've just been wanting to get to this phase just because it's about time to send my customers out some of their goodies, and nothing makes me happier than sending out pretties to a new home when they're going to be loved and worn and enjoyed. So I'm going to stop rambling so that I can actually spend more time packing and less time talking. Let's get to it. Water bottle, sippy sippy. I'd give you more like gluggy gluggy, but whatever. Let's get on to the next part of it now. That didn't take very long, which is good. And I just have to polish the brooches that I have in this container here. These ones are completed and they've got pin backs. They're ready to go. So first batch ready to go out the door. I'll bring them over here to my desk again, just to basically do this to every piece and make sure they are spotless. I can't see what I'm doing without super bright lights. It is so dark and gloomy today. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Like, I have, oh, Okay, I'm missing one light that I don't have on. Other than that, like, I can't believe how dark it is in my studio today. I mean, it is winter, so. Alright, so this piece is fairly clean. There's not anything, because you can see that flash. That's what you want to make sure, that surface is completely shiny. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. Oh, look. Oh, and I got new brooch pins for the back as well. See this baby here? I can't believe that I'm saying this, but 18 karat gold coated, not pure, but 18 karat gold coated brooch pins. So no rust, no tarnish, and the best quality that I have been able to find in literal years. You would not believe how much money I spent trying to find a supplier who could give me decent brooch pins. It has been a trial, like an absolute trial. I have spent hundreds of dollars, possibly in 2000s, well not in 2000s as in multiple thousands, but in 2000s as in over $1,000, maybe even 1,500. I don't know, just buying and trying and buying and trying and asking for samples and giving up in despair and then coming back and trying to find. Anyway, I found it. I did it. I'm so happy. I'm so chuffed. Like, look at that sparkle.
So sweet. So pretty.
I fold the foam in half, like so, gently. So I like to place it so the brooch is sitting halfway on the foam, and then I just gently rub the pin back and forth. Now, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. There's like this little indentation that's left. That indentation tells me whereabouts I'm putting the pin so that the piece is pinned properly onto the foam. So I'm following that indentation. I just put a little bit through. I don't put the whole pin through because that makes it really difficult to get off. It's also difficult to make it sit nicely. So I've just got a little bit, you can see, there's only a tiny bit attached through the middle, and that just means I can adjust the pin slightly if I need it to sit in the center. Give it a little push. Okay. Look at that. Oh, she's beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's so pretty. She's so ready to go home. This is awesome. And then we pop the foam back in the drawer box. And then we put the case on. And you can see how secure that is. Like, that's a really secure thing. However, if you were to turn this whole drawer box upside down, that foam could fall out again. Now, you could do the route, and I could get the manufacturer who makes these for me to glue the foam to the bottom of the box, but then it becomes impossible to pin your brooch on and remove it. So that is why the foam is loose. But that does also mean that if the parcel gets turned upside down, which is there a massive risk of that happening, like you cannot guarantee that a parcel stays one way up all the way through the shipping process. That's just not going to happen. So I always put in an extra square of bubble wrap in the inside just to stop. If it does happen to flop, there's no room for it to go anywhere, and so it stops breakage. And so I have a little basket of pre-cut squares, which I'm in dire need of refilling. So I'm probably gonna have to do that while I'm packing. Cut some bubble wrap squares. That's my little template. Make sure that I don't throw out. It's very important. And that's to make sure that we have the best fit without being too wasteful. So there we go. And that's how it's going to arrive. Now, to be honest, I would really love if that little square was like a miniature polishing cloth or something like that. Like, I've thought about it, if I was to get like a microfiber cloth that was made for me and designed by me, and that could be a little square that goes on top to protect the piece, and then it has some use afterwards as well, because you could use it to polish the pieces. So it's kind of like that, like luxe jewelry thing, like, you know, when you get a beautiful piece of jewelry, it often comes with a little kit you can use to clean it. It's kind of like veering in that direction. I haven't gone down that path yet because it's expensive and I'm not ready to do that. But one day in the future, you might see our bubble wrap squares change to a mini polishing cloth, and I think that would be so cute. I love that idea. But for now, protective bubble wrap, it does the best, because these pieces really are fragile, and I really, really want them to arrive safely. So, first one down. Haha!
I am going to put this into fast forward mode and stop chatting. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I'm just like, ooh, I can talk to you and it'll be fun and everything, but it really, really distracts me from my work. So I need to focus. I need to get those babies into their boxes. Let's get to it. I don't know how to make TikToks very well. This is a struggle. I feel so old now. Try again.
We were riding down the hill. Summer breeze came from the sea. Nighttime dances, colored pills. Morning sex under the tree. All in all, it was my fault. Don't you see I'm feeling blue? But he believes in oil and gold, while I believe in you. I don't mind if you don't love me. I don't mind at all. I don't mind if you don't love me anymore. Will you answer if I ask? Do you really wanna go? You hold these flowers in your hands.
Alrighty guys, you've made it to the end of the video, hooray! Now if you're wondering where all the footage of me actually packing the orders and getting them ready to, actually ready to ship off to the customers is, I was going to put in some order packing as well, because literally throughout the vlog I'm like, yay, it's time to do it! And then at the end it's like, oh, I didn't get to it. I did get to it, I just couldn't fit all that footage in, and also I think by then I was just really, really tired, so the video wasn't looking that great, so I'm like, you know what, let's just do another order packing video. Thank you so much if you got this far. It really, really means a lot when you watch to the end of the video. It makes a difference to my channel and I really appreciate the support. And if you feel like maybe continuing that support, hitting the like button, or maybe even giving that subscribe button a little clicky if you feel like it, that would be super, super awesome. Otherwise, I hope you stick around and I see you in another video later on. Bye for now. Okay. Clears throat for the 500th time.